Here's we have a crown or the top of a pineapple plant that we topped off. And what I did was take the pineapple top and soaked it in water for a couple weeks now, or at least a week. And what I ended up doing is taking all the bottom leaves off of it, and therefore allowing just the very tops of the root to start to come out. And I'm going to take this, just after we cut into a nice pineapple, and I've allowed it to root to be able to put it in soil. I'm going to take some soil, and I'll show you that in a sec, and just put this in a makeshift planter with just some perlite and soil, planting soil, and have some pineapples. I'll show you that in a sec. Alright, so there it is. Everybody's, I'm sure, planted things with potting soil. That's all this is, a bunch of decomposing matter with perlite in it, added to it. And it doesn't look very good right this moment. The pineapple has just sat in there and started rooting, and it's going to take a bit, but eventually I'll show you what I've had in the last 2 years, what I've come up with and allowed to grow. Okay, and here we're going to add a little bit of water to it so that we keep water in it. What I did with this bottom of this Tropicana bottom was I just poked some holes in the bottom of it so that it doesn't keep the water in it. You just want to water it good for a bit, and then allow it to soak up into the water real good. Allow it to soak up into the potting soil real good. There we go. Alright. Now, I just wanted to show what I've done with this. These I planted in here about 4 weeks ago. And they've already kind of started to come out a bit. This one. And then this one. So those are about, they're not a month old. They're probably more like 2 months old, but they've been allowed to do that rooting process and everything that I did, and I allowed them to stay in water, and then finally put them in these pots. So what I've been able to do over the course of a year, this one's about a year, a little over, probably a year old, and then this one is probably about a year and a half old. And this one, I think I had my hand over the microphone. This one here is probably 6-8 months old. And then this one is about probably almost 2 years old. So not quite 2, maybe a year and a half to 2. It's probably this next summer, it'll probably have some fruit on it. So that is pineapple growing process. And then maybe when I get a pineapple, I will edit this and show more about it. This one was an interesting thing. What ended up happening with this was the top of the crown had come out, and I thought, oh no, it's probably going to die, but it didn't. It just created another crown, or started another shoot up around the side of where the crown had come out. It's still growing. This is still green, but it doesn't put any shoots out of this. It comes up out of this now. So I thought that was pretty interesting.